Draymond Green, I don't know if we mentioned this in our most recent NBA episode,
No.
knocked out Jordan Poole in practice.
Well,
Maybe we don't know if he knocked him
yeah,
out,
no,
but
I
he
wouldn't
hit
say the report said that he wasn't hurt by the punch, but I think we can all agree Draymond Green's intentions were to knock Jordan Poole out. Yeah.
Draymond is the most self-centered person in the organization. At every step of the way where the Warriors have failed, 2016, his suspension in the finals, 2018 gets into the argument with Kevin Durant, calls him a certain word. And from that point on, there was a crack in the Warriors' armor. And now, before the season even starts in training camp, he's sitting Jordan Poole down with a punch. Number one, the fact they got out of the organization on a TMZ is horrific. But number two, this is a new crack and a new evolution of the Warriors' armor where, again, Draymond apologized and took accountability. All of that's great, but it doesn't change the fact he tried to sit down a teammate and did. And when looking at his personality, how volatile he is, it opens the question on a contract year. He's going to have a player option going to 2023 summer. Is this his last year at the Warriors? Stephen A. Smith had something to say about it, coming out and believing, due to his opinion, he is expected to make this his last year in Golden State. Now, he want to be a Laker, according to Stephen A. He ain't going to tell anybody that, but don't think I don't know. He'd prefer to be a Laker if he's going to leave Golden State. And when you look at the Warriors' tax issues, Jordan Poole is on an expiring contract. He is more important at 22 years old. And Andrew Wiggins, long-term, is as valuable as Draymond given his two-way ability. They're both on expiring contracts.
John, I want to take it. First off, him on the Lakers would be a terrible fit. Okay, Anthony Davis and LeBron James are probably some of the worst three-point shooters in the NBA. Okay, and I know LeBron can get hot for a streak, but go look at the numbers last year. It was not good at all. And the fact that that video did get out, and I saw a report that it was $10,000 apparently that it cost. Like,
you gotta pay me $1 million to leak that.
I feel like this person who leaked it is making a lot more money than just $10,000. That's a little suspicious, but I would imagine they're gonna find that person, and he is, or her, he or her, whichever one it is. But yeah, I mean, listen, Draymond Green. I told you guys before the show that there's the old saying, if your performance is all the way up here, your tolerance can, is fine. They're tolerating everything.
8 months ago, he was the favorite for Depoy.
Okay. How bad of a shooter has he been?
How necessary of a playmaker is he?
So I got to ask then. I'm sorry, Brandon. I'll let you finish that, and then I'll ask you guys because it's a question for both of you.
No, I know. I just don't understand John's. I don't understand a lot of people's. I mean, I get Draymond as a great player and all, but I feel like we put him on this major pedestal. I feel like there are a lot of people who can do what Draymond does. He's a high-level defender. He can switch 1 through 5. He's a leader. I mean, we're seeing his leadership skills are maybe not as good as we think they are.
That's a preferable mentor.
Preferable, okay. He is a trash shooter from everywhere on the court, including layups. Yeah, and he's a very high-level playmaker. Okay. I can go get a player to do that. You can teach a Jonathan Kuminga to play make. He's already a very good defender. All right. And you can teach him to probably be a better shooter than Draymond Green, or more consistent at least. I'm of the opinion, I'm not going to take anything away from Draymond. I know it sounds like it, but I'm not going to. He was an integral part of the Golden State Warriors dynasty. It fit perfectly. It was a perfect it was a match made in heaven of those three guys, the Splash Brothers and Draymond, because of his skill set. But I'm just saying, listen, if you say he was the defensive player, but there was stretches in throughout the playoff run where he was becoming an absolute liability on the offensive end. There was one game where he got benched. It's just, listen, are they going to take Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole, or are they going to take Draymond Green? I think the answer is pretty, obvious. And Andrew Wiggins was big time for them in that playoff run, especially that finals. Big time.
All right. So then, question for you guys. All right. So the dynasty is legit. You know how great that Warriors dynasty was. Now, if you pull Draymond from it, is it over?
Yes.
Do you
No.
think this is the
No.
last possible title run if Draymond isn't going to be there for the foreseeable future?
No, because they've set themselves up very well. Steph Curry is still a top-end player. Klay Thompson is just getting healthy. Jordan Poole is on the rise. Andrew Wiggins is coming off a career year. Excuse me. James Wiseman is back, and he looked very good in the preseason. And you still got Kuminga and Moody. We still don't even know what their full potential can be. We know that they are very good defenders and they're athletic. And they've got some other players that are sticky there that are, drifting from my mind right now that I'm not remembering. But no, they're not. The title picture is not done for the Golden State Warriors if Draymond Green leaves.
Dante DiVincenzo, your boy, is the one you may be forgetting.
There you go.
It is, because what Draymond does can't be measured. He is the Dennis Rodman of this generation. You can say, I can replace what Draymond does, the same way people could say now, you can replace what Dennis Rodman does with Andre Drummond. Great rebounder, and, he gets blocks. Ultimately, there is no replacing the effects on both ends that Draymond provides, because while Draymond can't shoot the ball in basketball, passing is more vital than shooting. You can have great shooters, but if they can't get looks, the best way to generate those is through a great passer that's not going to be accentuated or amplified. You can have a poor shooter and a very good passer, but if that poor shooter is getting the open looks, he's going to generate more consistent volume. And I think ultimately, with Draymond's fit in Golden State, you can't just take him out. A guy that can play center for you in a pinch offensively is the perfect guy to elevate Steph Curry in 4-on-3 opportunities that he's always generating, with Jonathan Kuminga, a 19-year-old that's still learning how to play NBA ball, and say, we're still contenders. Because the most underlooked thing in basketball is competitive stamina. It's something JJ Redick, a beloved podcaster now, talks about often on his show.
Be careful about what you're about to say. Are you about to question Steph Curry and Klay Thompson's competitive nature?
No, I'm not. But Draymond is the one that makes it all click.
He's the fuel to the fire.
Great analogy. Steph and Klay are champions. You can't discount what they can bring with intangibles. But Draymond, without him defensively, this is a bottom 10 defense in the league. He's the one that makes them elite. Takes them from, with Steph and Klay coming back from injury, they're a below average defense. Just look at Andrew Wiggins. Look at the effect Draymond has had on him. A guy who didn't defend in Minnesota and took terrible shots. Now that he's playing with Steph and Draymond, with the coach and Steve Kerr, all of that is shifting in a new direction. The culture right now is what it is because of him helping set the standard. He's just had so many of these episodes that really do cost the Warriors championships.
Fundamentally,
I don't think he's close.
I just disagree with the statement. Again, you just said Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins, I think you can get him to do the similar things that Draymond's done. I don't think he can do it at the same level that Draymond can do. I don't think he can be the leader Draymond is. But can he defend? Can he rebound? Can he play make? Yes.
Wiggins isn't shutting down Nikola Jokic. Don't go there.
Okay.
You see the defense he was putting on Jokic in the first round?
Did Jokic have anybody with him?
But that's not the point. Jokic was shut down for 2 to 3 games with Draymond guarding him. You can't just slap Kevon Looney on him for 48 minutes and expect it to all be good, or James Wiseman. I'm sorry, this is not how it's going to go for the Warriors.
I get that, but did he have any help whatsoever?
That's not the point. He had some shot makers.
It was literally solely Nikola Jokic. It was the Joker, and that was it. But that's fine. Again, was Draymond even a huge contributor for this finals? I don't think so. I really don't.
Well, getting them there.
Okay, I said, but that's not the question I asked you guys. I asked you in the finals. Andrew Wiggins was
It's
a
not.
much bigger, impactful player in the finals than Draymond Green.